Adam, but how well positioned do they seem to you for a deep playoff run right now?
They've looked like the best team in football, Dan, this year. They've looked like that. Whatever you throw at them, they're going to overcome. Aaron Rodgers is playing at an MVP level right now, and he's plowing through whatever opponents throw at him moving forward. Right now, I don't see a team that's playing any better than them. They're poised to get the number one seed. If they get the number one seed, that means the road to the Super Bowl goes right through Lambeau Field. Another advantage for Green Bay. And they're winning this year without their star left tackle, who will be back, without their star pass rusher, who they're hoping to get back, without their star cornerback, who they're expecting to get back. This team should get better as the season winds down and the postseason begins.
Yeah, Mike T, they've been winning a little bit with the help of their defense this year, maybe more than usual.
Yeah, absolutely. Their defense has played well, and to Adam's point, when they get back Zadarius Thomas and Jari Alexander, they'll have playmakers at all three levels. Devondre Campbell has played very well for them, and then up front, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith. It has been impressive what they've been able to do. So when you look at where we are today and project into January, you always think about who can get better and why. And as Adam mentioned, with those two difference makers on defense coming back, it's a great team that actually has a chance to get better.
Of course, Lewis, this was the number one seed in the NFC last year, had all those home games, including the conference championship game at Lambeau Field, could not cash it in and get to the Super Bowl. So when I'm looking at the NFC playoff field this year, I'm wondering, who's that team? Who do you think is the team that can go into Lambeau this year and beat the Packers in the playoffs?
I think it's one of the hottest teams in the NFC, and that would be the San Francisco 49ers, simply because of the style that they play. And their style is predicated on mental and physical toughness. Nobody plays that game better than San Francisco on both lines of scrimmage. We saw it live and in person on Monday Night Football when they absolutely just bludgeoned the LA Rams at home. And I'm not saying that the Rams and the Packers have the same DNA, but the Rams are going to be there in the end, and obviously the Packers are. But I'll tell you this, if Jimmy Garoppolo can play like he has played over the past 2 weeks in terms of his efficiency throwing the football, protecting the football, making good decisions, the running game's going to be there. Kyle Shanahan's one of the very best at scheming that up. George Kittle's going to be there. Deebo Samuel's going to be there. And on the defensive side of the football, they are starting to really hit their stride right now under first-year defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans. And I think their game will transfer no matter where you go, what kind of weather, what kind of field. It doesn't matter. This team is resilient and they're tough. And I think they would give the Green Bay Packers, as long as they're healthy and don't have anything come up that really derails them from an availability standpoint in terms of their players, they will give the Packers a run for their money because they've got it up here.
Yeah, of course, it was 2 years ago that the 49ers knocked off the Packers in the NFC Championship game. That game was in San Francisco. Last year, of course, they lost in Lambeau that game to Tampa Bay. So, Mike T, Tampa Bay is going to be back in it. Surely, it certainly looks like. Who do you think is the team that can go to Lambeau and win in January?
Yeah, this is easy for me. It's the Dallas Cowboys, and here's why. Wow. When they're healthy, DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory, and Micah Parsons, they've been on the field together, courtesy of Hembo, 83 plays this year. On those 83 plays, remarkably, guys, they have 6 turnovers. We could talk about Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott till the cows come home. They have a chance to have a dominant, difference-making defense. When you have 3 great pass rushers, everything else doesn't really matter in terms of the back end and its inconsistency. This defense can be dominant. They turn the ball over, and they could travel and go to Green Bay and beat Aaron Rodgers.
Adam, put a bow on this for us. NFC playoff field looking ahead to the Packers and their challengers.
Look, all these other teams have had their moments. The 49ers over the last 6 weeks are 5-1. The Rams have looked like a real threat at times. The Buccaneers are wounded right now. The Dallas Cowboys have looked really strong at certain times. But the Green Bay Packers consistently have looked like the team to beat, the best team in the NFC, and the team that has the best chance of representing the NFC in the Super Bowl.
They absolutely have. Of course, they got to get over that hump, right? Aaron Rodgers is 1-4 in his career in the NFC Championship game. Not all his fault. In those 4 losses, his defense has given up an average of 35 points per game.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.